Cruise, your roundup of the week's top stories, today brought to you by our sponsor, the Port of Tarragona. Mystic Cruises is the buyer of Vasco da Gama, it's been revealed. It is the first of 5 vessels operated by Insolvent Cruise and Maritime Voyages that are being auctioned this month. The 630-cabin vessel was auctioned by C.W. Kellogg & Co. on the 9th of October. The sale price has not been disclosed. Mario Ferreira, chairman of Mystic Invest, the parent company of Mystic Cruises and this year's Seatrade Cruise Personality of the Year, called the acquisition an opportunity to grow the company's fleet and better position it for the expected uptake of the market after the pandemic. The vessel is docked at London's Tilbury and will serve the British and German markets. Vasco da Gama was built in 1993 by Fincantieri in Trieste for Holland America Line, where it went by the name Statendam. In 2014, it was transferred to P&O Cruises Australia and became Pacific Eden before being purchased by CMV in 2018. Carnival Corporation and PLC's August data breach may have resulted in third-party access to personal information relating to Carnival Cruise Line, Holland America Line and Seabourn, as well as casino operations. The ransomware attack was detected on the 15th of August. Carnival said it took steps to recover its files and has evidence indicating a low likelihood of the data being misused. It is working to identify the guests, employees and crew who may have been impacted, a process expected to be completed within the next 30 to 60 days. The cruise line also revealed this week that its Sydney sailings on board Carnival Splendor are cancelled to the 8th of February, and the remaining cruises for its 6 ships scheduled to sail from Port Miami and Port Canaveral in November have been cancelled. Carnival has designated Miami and Port Canaveral as its first 2 home ports for embarkations. Cruises currently scheduled for December from the 2 ports remain. Following the Admiralty Court's arrest of Carnica, Jarlesh Cruises is seeking to reassure the 60 crew members on board the vessel who are said to be in poor conditions without fuel or power. Its owners claim to be waiting for an update from the High Court and the Port Trust for assistance. A Jarlesh Cruises spokesperson said the right wheels are in motion to resolve the issue and crew will eventually receive their salaries. The company added that the crew will be allowed to disembark once legal formalities are completed. Carnica had been due to resume operations on the 6th of November, but debts began mounting for the company in March. The ship is currently anchored off Mumbai. Royal Caribbean Group commenced an underwritten public offering of $500 million shares of common stock and a private offering of senior convertible notes for an aggregate principal amount of up to $500 million. For the stock offering, the company intends to grant the underwriters an option to purchase up to $75 million in additional shares. Morgan Stanley and Bank of America Securities are acting as joint lead book running managers. Citigroup, DNB Markets, Goldman Sachs, HSBC, JP Morgan and SEB are also acting as book running managers. For the senior convertible notes due 2023, Royal Caribbean Group intends to grant the initial purchasers an option to buy up to an additional $75 million in convertible notes. The company expects to use a portion of the net proceeds to repay its 2.65% senior notes due 2020, with the remainder to be used for general corporate purposes. Vice President Mike Pence talked about a shared goal of reopening the maritime economy during a call with cruise line leaders last week. Pence led the meeting with CDC Director Dr. Robert Redfield, Department of Health and Human Services Security Alex Azar, and former Utah Governor and HHS Secretary Mike Levitt of the Healthy Sail Panel. Cruise leaders on the call were Arnold Donald, Frank Del Rio, Richard Fain, Thomas Maslam, and Pier Francesco Vargo. The CDC's No Sail Order and the Healthy Sail Panel's recommendations, now adopted industry-wide, were discussed. According to a White House readout of the call, Azar and Redfield cautioned that the cruise industry would have to backstop their venture to resume operations. Cruise line leaders thanked the Trump administration for its collaborative approach and support. The Healthy Sail Panel proposal will be presented to the White House Coronavirus Task Force to provide a recommendation to President Trump with regard to next steps in the CDC's No Sail Order. And finally, P&O Cruises took ownership of Iona last Friday at an official handover ceremony with Meerwerft in Germany. The 185,000 gigaton vessel is the latest addition to the P&O fleet and the largest cruise ship ever built for the UK market. It is the first British cruise ship to be powered by liquefied natural gas. Thank you again to the Port of Tarragona, which celebrates its 150th anniversary until the 20th of November. Visit tarragonacruiseport.com or porttarragona.cat to find out more about the gateway to the UNESCO World Heritage City and the Mediterranean, and check out their video. Thank you for watching.